Hello traders, long time no see. You know why I'm here, right? So without further ado, let's go and review yet another successful evaluation. Okay, so this is Abdulrazak's account. You probably find this name familiar. That's because we reviewed the multiple challenges and funded accounts of his. Today we're going to review a past evaluation and also a run at a 25k funded account. To see the previous videos, just click somewhere up there. I will add a link for you. And yeah, without further ado, let's check this phase 1 of the evaluation. As you guys probably are aware of, I'm just telling you, for the sake of it, you have to book 10% in profit in order to pass the evaluation. As you can see, Abdulrazak did this with flying colors, and what I find it funny and amazing at the same time is the fact that he did it in only one trading day. So yeah, it's possible. Now, profit factor, awesome, 4.5%. What I love to see. Big profit factor means a disciplined and also a trader that, I don't know how to put it, likes to balance his risk to reward ratio in his favor. Win ratio 77% over 39 trades. Now, from what we know from the previous videos, and nothing changed in this one, Abdulrazak is only trading gold and he is a scalper on gold from what you can see from these timestamps. But yeah, let's check the most profitable trade, because we probably have a plethora of trades opened with small lots just to make these trading days, this flat curve that you're seeing here. So most profitable trades, let's go. $596 with this trade on gold, of course, in only 8 minutes. So this means over 2% in his account in 8 minutes. We will check this trade, and while I am zooming into the graph, make sure to check EverTrader yourselves. Get up to $200,000 in funding and get your account reviewed right here. Okay, now from strategy point of view, we already gathered from Abdulrazak that he loves these volatile kinds of markets. Yeah, this is 19 p.m. local time, so not really US market commencement, maybe some news, some FOMC or other news that may impact gold, because this candle looks quite different to all the other ones. As you can see, we had a mellow increase here, then a slight push up, and then a push up followed by a sharp retest, taking all this liquidity and filling all these imbalances, laying just below this mini ranged form, and then gold basically shot up. Unfortunately for our trader, and I say unfortunately ironically because he banked over 2% here, this trade would have given him way more than that. What I love to see, and I'm trying to see if there is any pattern in his trading, and what I can notice from this is that I think that, judging by this momentum, and this was indeed a sharp momentum, he banked on the fact that all this liquidity from these tops here was going to be taken out. And from the smart money concept point of view, not really much to see here. So we have some sort of a supply chain forming here, but it's not really a supply chain if it doesn't break the most recent low, which it didn't. So we just have a range. We have this liquidity grab here, because as you can see from the chart, it went lower than this previous low, and that was all that gold needed to make this impressive leg to the upside. So good job, Abdulrazak, for getting this move only 8 minutes for 2% of your account. Now let's go to one of his most loss-making trades, because we also do this, and yes, this is the flip side of his aggressive trading style. The thing that, as easy as you can bank 2% in 8 minutes, you can also lose 2% in 4 minutes. And this is something that I'm sure he is already used to, judging by the fact that he has probably multiple funded accounts. Now, yeah, right here, I can see probably what he noticed. Yeah, we have this top, and he also saw this rejection right here, this nice rejection candle. Again, guys, we are taking a look at the 1 minute time frame, so don't get this confused with other time frames. And he saw this rejection candle. Market kind of gained momentum, but unfortunately it was only a fake out, and then it went all the way to the upside. Yes, I know we are seeing the same chart. This is because we only have one trading day to analyze, but yeah, again, what you can take away from this phase in particular is the fact that yes, you can be an aggressive trader and pass the challenge in 1 day. Nobody says anything, but yeah, this also has a flip side, because imagine having 2 of these trades in a day. This basically means that you are down 4% in a day, 5% is the max loss, and yeah, you will be in a delicate position the next trading day. So let's see phase 2. This is phase 2, and yeah, I'm saying it again, you have to bank 5% in order to get a funded account thing, which Abdulrazak did. 2.69 profit factor, a bit lower than the previous phase. Nonetheless, he only had to make 5%, and the win ratio sunk a bit, but I think this may be skewed, and it's also a thing that I want you guys to take into account for the first phase, because opening, as you can see here, he passed it in yeah, in 1 day. This means that the remaining 9 days he only opened small trades in order to bank and get that tick in a box for 10 trading days, and that's why we are not even paying attention to this win ratio. Now, still trading gold, nothing really changed here, and the most profitable trade is a whopping 1,182, almost 6%, almost 5%, sorry if I'm not mistaken here, and this should be a glorious trade to take a look at. Okay, this is SMC for sure. This is Smart Money Concepts, guys. Let's see if we can take a look at something to the left, and yes, okay, this is perfect example of an order block in action when it works, and you see this tiny double bottom here that formed this whole ascending leg. Now the market wanted to come back right here, and as you can probably notice from the momentum that it gained from it, it had lots of liquidity to grab here to go to the upside. What I love is that Abdulrazak waited for a confirmation. This candle is a scary one if you're checking the 1 minute time frame, but he waited for a confirmation. It was this smallish but yet full green candle, and then this momentum candle, which kind of confirmed him that the trend is going to reverse. Stop loss immediately moved to break even. Another thing that I loved, he probably did this just after this range was broken to the upside, and yeah, took his take profit, and it would have taken even more. So Smart Money Concepts scalper Abdulrazak, love to see what you are making here, love to see the profits that you're posting, and I also love to see the fact that his most loss making trade isn't even close to his most profitable trade. Again, this is how you get this profit factor up, guys. Again, I am stressing this profit factor, but it's the kind of the only metric that you should keep a close eye on, besides your balance, of course, but yeah, stating the obvious again. Now let's check this one, and it's in the same area. I'm not sure what he wanted to do here. So he opened and closed 2.3 lots on the same candle. We can't really scroll down to the 30 seconds time frame to see what his plan was here. This trade didn't have a stop loss and a take profit, so it was basically a quick scalp. Not really sure, but judging by the 11 seconds, I really think this was a misclick, and he basically clicked sell, he basically clicked buy, sorry, instead of selling. Only he can tell us this, but given the fact that a misclick or a small error in judgment was his biggest loss, says a lot. So yeah, let's quit it with the babbling and let's go and see his funded account. Okay, as you notice from the metrics, things kind of shifted in the funded account. And I'm saying this mostly because of the profit factor, which is 1.25, so that close to break even. Win ratio 50-50, and this is impressive. So 446 trades taken in, let's see, he started on 13th of March and ended in 10th of April, so not even 2 weeks of trading, and he banked over 400 trades. So again, the same aggressive trading style that we are used to, the same in and outs, hoping to bank substantial profit. This win ratio starts to become relevant for his trading style, because in the previous phases we only had the few tenths of trades opened, but now we have hundreds of them, and this is where you really see what your strategy is capable of. But 53%, as I was saying in the live stream, and as I said in the previous videos, is more than enough. Even if you have a strategy that renders you 1.2R, just leave the sample size do its job. Now nothing really changed here. Happy for his profit split, 4% in just 2 weeks of trading. Nice job. He had a bit of a drawdown phase here. He went all the way down to 23,000, so that's down 8%. That stings. Good thing he managed to recuperate, and let's see how he did it. And he did it with this most profitable trade, which is of course on gold. This trade took a bit longer than we were used to, 37 minutes, but nonetheless we will have to check it out. Again, stop loss moved to break even right here after the range is broken, and yes, this looks to me like a breakout trade. I think we have a range here to the left. Yeah, and market started to gain momentum. Not really sure why he rushed here, because this is another example of how powerful smart money concept trading is. So as you can see, guys, from this range, we tend to have quite equal lows. Equal lows usually mean that there are pockets of liquidity formed below, and also equal highs means that there are pockets of liquidity formed above. Not means. Now, we saw this momentum. Where did it originate from? It's precisely this up and down candle, and the market did its due diligence, fell with quite an impulse, and then retraced to this area of liquidity, and it created a nice supply chain to go to the downside. What is even more a confirmation than this area alone and this momentum is this double top here. And yes, market went all the way to the downside, and after this move happened, he moved his stop loss to break even, and he manually closed the position here even though he had to take profit way lower. Quite interesting to see why. Maybe he was taking a look at, yeah, he was taking a look at this bottom right here and this bottom right here, because we had up to this break in momentum, we had a nice demand chain formed. So this, we had some imbalance here, but it was filled, and yeah, demand chain, again demand chain. So he saw it right. Unfortunately, the market would have wanted to go even lower, but nonetheless, awesome trading, awesome entry, yet a bit rushed. Still, it made a profit, so good for you. Now let's also check his most loss-making trade, and it's a trade that lost $718 from his account. Again, we are used to Abdulrazak, not really necessary to point out that he is constantly using stop losses and take profits. Now what really happened here? Well, he sold, and he opened just a bit too many lots, because his stop loss couldn't really cover these highs right here. Yeah, I know, selling here looks appealing. You see the market going down, but again, guys, keep this in mind. If you're seeing the market going down in kind of a zigzag fashion, kind of like building a stairway to hell, yeah, I did that. Well, that usually means that it's bound for a correction, because it's just seeking liquidity, taking stop losses just to build the liquidity to go and fill another liquidity pocket for it to go to the downside. And this is what happened here. And unfortunately, if he were to put his stop loss $1 above, he would have banked an impressive profit on this trade, I'm sure. But again, should have, could have, would have. Trading isn't about that, it's about making informed decisions. So yeah guys, you just witnessed another I don't know, masterfully and aggressive executed evaluation. You can give it a shot if this is your style, but keep in mind, and this is what I want to be the main takeaway from this clip, trading this way, trading gold on the 1 minute time frame, requires immense mental resilience from your part, because this thing is going up and down with no apparent reasons for the moment. But then if you take a look at the bigger picture, it starts to get clear. But you have to be prepared to take losses, you have to be prepared to be thrown around, and you have to hold your ground, and most importantly stick to your strategy, because this is what Abdulrazak did here. He stuck to his strategy no matter what during more than 400 trades, because he knew that this win ratio will be green, and at the end of the month, or at the end of his 7 trading days, because that's the way he does it, he will be in a profit. So until next time guys, keep that in mind. Check the other videos from Abdulrazak and from the other accounts that I reviewed, and see you and the next one. Bye bye.